Hello and welcome to this very special show. With me is Tony Fernandes, Group CEO, AirAsia. Great to talk to you, Tony, as always. Second quarter for AirAsia, India has been absolutely fantastic. You're closing in on losses. Is profitability just around the corner, just a couple of quarters?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're not far away from it. It's an exciting time. We just had a fantastic staff session. We are now looking at, we're just off the taxiway, off the aero bridge. And now we're cruising towards the runway and ready to take off. Staff are pumped, our shareholders are pumped, and yeah, we're not far away from profitability.
Sure. Tony, where initially we're talking about the international business for AirAsia out of India, but now since the domestic business is doing so well for you, would you say that the focus currently is on domestic, and also if you can share your plans around what AirAsia intends to do as far as flying international?
Yeah. Well, I think we've had such a tough time here at the beginning where everyone was kind of against us that we initially thought we would struggle in domestic, but actually we've learned how to make money in domestic. And in fact, we could make money now, but we want to keep growing. And as you keep growing, obviously you start new routes; those are going to be loss-making. And so yeah, domestic has certainly turned our eyes. We have found a lot of jewels, and we found a lot of routes that people never looked at before in developing the market. So that is going to continue, but now that's a bonus, to be honest. And obviously, as soon as we get 20 planes, we will start looking at international. So,
what are the timelines that you're working at?
I think towards the end of 2018, we had a good meeting. I had a good meeting with Chairman Ramdorai today. Tata Group want to expand quicker, which is great news for me. And so, but I'd say 20 aircraft realistically towards the end of 2018, and then that's when we'll look at international.
Tony, also given the fact that we're seeing other airlines really make money finally in the aviation sector in India. What is your own take on the entire Indian aviation scenario for now?
Well, I've always said India is a fantastic market. There's 1 billion people. I mean, going to Mumbai yesterday and seeing Bangalore now, and looking at the progress that's being made, talking to such fantastic entrepreneurs as the founder of Ola, Paytm. This country is booming, and you can see it in consumerism, you can see it in technology, you can see it in the press, in terms of the variety and the choice. So airlines are obviously benefiting from this kind of, as more and more people move to middle class, and more people become mobile, and more people want to travel and have holidays. So I think it's a good time. I think capacity is, there was a lot of capacity. There was a lot of new airlines, and I think now it's 5 or 6 airlines, main airlines, and so I think it's a good position. I think it's a good position for others to grow.
In terms of your own carriage capacity, how full are AirAsia planes, and also the fact that pricing is something for this market which is extremely important. Do you think that price wars are going to continue going forward as well?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think it's a consumer's market. It always will be a consumer's market, and so it should be. For us, we want to get fares lower. We need to get costs lower to get fares lower. We're about, I just finished a presentation, 75% of AirAsia's flyers are first-time flyers. That's the sexiest statistic I have in my 16 years. I started this airline to allow people to fly. I came up with a tagline, "Now everyone can fly." That's my dream, is to allow people to fly. But also, India is an incredible country. The diversity, the culture, the scenery, the history. We want to bring a lot of people to see this country. It isn't called Incredible India for nothing, but not so many tourists have come here, and so we have a dual mode: allow people to fly and bring more people to see this country.
Sure. I mean, you have been talking about connecting various cities of India with South Asian countries. What I understand from you, is that on track? Are you seeing traction as far as your alliance with other airlines to get international flyers to India, working for AirAsia?
Yeah, I mean, take aside AirAsia India, but we have now, we launched our flight to Bombay from Kuala Lumpur. We have flights to Trichy, we have flights to Calcutta. We're starting one from Johor Bahru in the south of Malaysia to Calcutta. I never dreamt that would happen. So, and interestingly enough, it's about 60-40. 40% of people coming to India for tourism. So yeah, I'm very confident of that. This is an amazing country, and there's 1 billion people. If I can't make it work, then I got to go back and sell records again.
Well, talking about your innovation center here in Bangalore,
Yes.
which is only innovation center outside of KL for AirAsia, how is that shaping up? And really, in terms of technological innovation that will be happening out of the center, what is AirAsia India expecting?
Yeah,
from that?
well, I'm a big believer in data, I'm a big believer in technology, and I hope in years to come people will see us not as an airline, but as a technology company that happens to move people around. India, wherever you go in the world, it's Indians that are running these big companies. They just happen to be in San Francisco or London. So, India is a home of great innovation, and, last night I met so many great people who've created so many great companies, from Ola to Paytm and so on and so forth. So I see technology in three things. One, commercial, so personalization. So we don't give you information you don't want. We sell you stuff that you want as we get to know you better. And I see data and AI playing a big part in that. Then there's a whole IoT. We are putting 24,000 sensors on our aircraft. And so we know how that aircraft behaves. We'll be able to tell when to replace a tire or an oven before it fails, hence reducing our costs and improving our on-time delivery because we will predict failure before it happens. And then the third aspect tied into customer and IoT is the whole travel experience. We've had a fantastic meeting with Bangalore Airport here, very progressive, very open to new technology. I believe the face is the new email, and I want to use the face to enable you to walk through the check-in process, so you don't have to type things, stand in front of a counter. Your face will be your passport to board our aircraft. Your face will be our passport to buy things. So technology is about improving the experience for the customer, the travel experience, using data to give you a better product as well and sell you things you want, and then IoT to reduce our costs, and finally use data to enable our training to be better, to hire better, and to find talent.
Would this mean that you would also be kind of looking to leverage on the startup ecosystem in Bangalore? Oh,
100%. 100%. I mean, I brought my CEO Irene here because she's going to be leading that digital challenge. We're creating a company in San Francisco called Red Beat Ventures, and its other base is going to be in Bangalore. We think Bangalore in India has so much talent, so many ideas, that we want to be part of that ecosystem for sure. And by luck would have it, our base is in Bangalore.
So what do you intend to do with these startups?
Well, not going to tell you everything because you're a big TV station, and all my friends in other airlines will be looking at this. Ideas are free. Execution is key. So it's a combination of meeting people with ideas, but meeting people who want to work with us and fit into our culture system. We have a massive database of 73 million people. We have a culture that embraces innovation. So matching those two together, a kid with a great idea to utilize our database, bring them together, and that's kind of how we're going to work.
Tony, with your partner, of course, Tata Sons has seen quite a bit of a change. We've seen Chandra take over as the chairman of Tata Trust. Have things changed as far as partnership goes, or what does Chandra bring to the table, and what is his own take on the entire aviation business, given that they're an equal partner?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't had time to spend with the chairman, and we're going to meet actually in Davos. And I had a very good meeting with the General Counsel and Chairman Ram Dorai today, and it was a fantastic meeting because we both have the same vision of where we want to take it, and I'll present that vision to Mr. Chandrasekhar, and then we'll take it from there. But I've always been consistent. We got good partners in Tata. They've been very supportive at all levels, at different CEOs, different managers, etc. And they've allowed us to get on with the job. I think now we're ready both to press the button to give it a good shot.
Of course, Tatas are also looking to pick up stake in Air India. The latest news coming in, having a partner who also is interested in several other airlines. Does it bother you at any point in time?
No.
It's a nice relationship that you're sharing where there's absolutely...
Yeah, I know what I'm good at, and that's what I focus on. I don't care what they do on other airlines. They have Vistara, they may get into Air India. I have partners who have 3 wives. I've seen how they manage that, so no problem. I've never had a problem. It's an interesting thing in India, because India to me, has wasted a lot of energy on trying to kill competition as opposed to get better. So I see a lot of my competitors putting their energy into stopping us from growing, as opposed to being better than us and beating us anyway, right? And my philosophy is very different. I don't focus on, oh, I want to block this guy, I want to stop this guy, I want to spend a lot of money on politicians to stop us, etc., etc. I focus on being better and growing the market, and that's the prize. India tourism market is tiny compared to what it should be for such an incredible country. The number of people flying is tiny, so that's what we focus on. We focus on the positive.
Well, great speaking to you, Tony, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
And thank you all for watching this special show. Stay tuned to CNBC-TV18 for more news and updates.